We're here at MTA, but a couple of weeks ago, the two of us were at NTCA. You were on a panel, Kevin Larson, talking about economic development, talking about broadband. And one of the things that I thought was unique, and we talked about this a couple of years ago, was your relationship with the municipality and how that's progressed. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Little Falls?
Well, yes, Little Falls, I've been... we've had a relationship down there for almost 10 years. We've done some CLEC business down there. But they, on the north side of town, they had a couple of businesses that were not served very well. I mean, we were renting lines from the incumbent to get some T1s up there to a couple of businesses, but it wasn't enough. And so we, with the help of the community economic development director, we brought together a meeting about 3 years ago, and we were able to form kind of a coalition, and we told them that, you know, we didn't have the cash to build this fiber network to the north side of town, and if they could help, we obviously would build it. And like I said, it started 3 years ago, but they were able to, through some other organizations, find some loan funds, and they, in this situation, they actually found the money. We signed an agreement to do the construction for them, and then we signed an agreement to lease the facilities from them because we have loan covenants with our lender, and we can't go borrow money from others. So it worked out very well, and we actually, the penetration in the area, we surpassed our original estimates, but we were able to build fiber optics to the northern side of Little Falls, Minnesota, through a collaboration with the Economic Development Committee and some other agencies that brought cash to the table. And you know, you have to have patience to do these things, and you have to have champions in that community to lead it, because there were obstacles, but we were able to get through those. But I would just forewarn anyone, don't expect it to move quickly and fast, because a lot of times you're dealing with people that don't quite understand the complexities of our industry and the rules that we have to live under. And but we were able to pull this one off, and we've got some very there's one company down there, it's called Atomic Learning, and they write school software, and they sell it to almost 50 countries across the globe, and so they're almost like a 24-hour agent or companies selling this software globally, and so they need a lot of bandwidth, and they needed reliable bandwidth, and so that's quite a success story, and we were able to help them through this whole collaboration, and it's been a good project.
Well, and one of the things that for municipalities looking at getting into this, as you pointed out, telecom's an extremely complicated business, so this seems like an alternative for them to look at in terms of bringing in private partners, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and we were fortunate. This community, they know that they can't operate in a highly competitive environment. And we're leasing the fiber, and we have the right to buy it out at some point in time, and I suspect we'll do that, because they don't want to be in that business. It's problematic for them, and then we see other communities think that that's the way it should be done, is they should get into the business, and it's really too complex. In my opinion, it's too complex to have an elected body try to run a very highly competitive, complex business. So, and they understand that, so we had the same goal in mind, and we found a solution to that, and it worked well.
Well, and that's something, to your point, you need the ability to adapt, because fundamentally you're in a very high-tech business, but you're also fundamentally, your organization is very aligned with the values of a community, right?
Well, absolutely. You know, basically our mission statement says that we try to bring services to people that cannot get it from anybody else. Almost a service provider of last resort in some way, shapes, or forms. But you're right, the mission statements, different words, are basically aligned to try to bring that type of service to an area that cannot get it from anybody else.
Well, I think urban America can learn a lot from cooperatives such as yourself, Kevin, the one you represent, as well as our other friends here. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you.